Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to FireStarTarot. I am Empress Egypt, and as you guys can tell from the title, we are going to be doing a reading pertaining to, of course, the player. So I do already have some cards on the table. This was just my way of getting to know who the collective was for and, of course, who they're dealing with. So clearly, you guys collectively are dealing with the hunter energy. Again, this is the player energy. All in all, this is someone who just, kind of likes to have a precise mission with aim. And they will basically do whatever it is to get that prize. Okay, so that's just this kind of energy of the person you're dealing with. Collectively, I am speaking to the mentor energy. Okay, so collective, this is going to be your energy today. The mentor is a teacher, the sage, and the guru. Okay, and I'll break all these cards down to you once we actually start going into the reading. Of course, we're going to be looking at the place where this takes place, the shared space, on top of the tool that needs to be used, as well as the initiation, the power, okay? So before we get into this reading, you guys, collectively, obviously, this is just going to be one of those readings that's going to expand you and give you a different perspective, maybe when it gets to, dating these type of energies. So all of these readings will change. We will be different. We will be dealing with different collective energy as well as different collective, obviously the person we're dealing with, okay? So before we get into this reading, you guys remember, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Also comment below and let me know how this resonates for you. And since this is a different type of reading, you guys definitely comment below and let me know how you like these readings, okay? I need you guys to let me know how the readings are working for you, okay? So with that being said, pretty much remember, energy is very fluid. When we talk about masculine and feminine, we are referring to the battling energy within us, okay? Feminine referring to the emotions, and of course, masculine energy referring to logic, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Let's go ahead and start breaking this down. I will be clarifying this. The last reading that took place took about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. I don't really remember, so brace yourself. Grab a cup of tea, grab a cup of coffee, do what you need to do. This will be a long read, okay, you guys? Now, clearly, if you're catching this live stream, you're not going to be able to fast forward or rewind. Once the live stream is over, though, you can do so, okay? And I'll also provide timestamps when I'm done. So let's go ahead and kick this off. We're going to start with the mentor energy. We're going to start with your energy as a collective, okay? So again, remember, I was talking about the three parts of this energy, you guys. We have the teacher, the sage, and the guru, okay? The teacher, obviously, you know what a teacher does, right? A teacher teaches. The sage, this is someone who actually has attained the wisdom. And then we also have the guru, which is the spiritual teacher. So collectively, this is that energy of you guys really just spiritually being awoken, spiritually being wise, attaining this wisdom, and of course, learning and teaching others, okay? So on the positive end with this card, because with all of the archetype cards, you have to understand that it's embracing the positive and negative within the card. So unlike tarot, it's not going to be either negative or positive. It's going to be embracing both negative and positive, okay? So on the positive side of this energy collectively, you're focused, right? You're clear, you're bright, you remain a student, you're constantly learning, right? You're open-minded. On the negative end, this is self-serving, okay? This can be envious and this can somewhat be rigid, right? Rough. So of course, embracing that energy collective and understanding that, it's the service of the greater cosmic good and the aid in the elevation of consciousness, okay? So it's just really awakening to the spiritual side of things, the wisdom of things, and also teaching, okay? So collectively, this is where you guys are at. Now let's talk about this runner, right? Let's talk about this person who likes to not just run, but of course, play the field, right? Always after the prize. So clearly you're dealing with the hunter energy, okay? This energy obviously is a seeker, okay? A pursuer, a predator, all right? So obviously this person has three parts to them as well. On the positive end, they're a focused individual, okay? They're energized and they can be respectful. On the negative end, this person can be irresponsible. They can be violating, right? They can be violent. They can even poach. Again, they are on this precise mission, again, with aim. And they will travel far and wide seeking that prize that calls to their heart, okay? So ultimately, you can look at this person as a predator, okay? Someone, again, who seeks and always wants to know more, someone who pursues, and someone who obviously can be a person, excuse me, that can be ruthlessly, or even exploit, right? It's just that energy, again, on the negative or positive end. So this is someone, again, who goes after the prize, okay? So now collective, we know where you're at, where your energy is at, and of course, the person you're dealing with. let's tap into these, and then we'll start breaking this down and clarifying and diving deeper, okay? The heart, this is the shared space. This is where it takes place, okay? The heart energy. This is the home, right? This is the center, the throne. This is the realm of expansion and compassion, all right? So on the positive end, you're looking at expansiveness, knowing, being gentle. And of course, this works with the mentor energy as well as being clear, right? On the negative end, you're looking at being entangled, okay? Maybe even possibly betrayal. So this is a space where we all tend to drift in and out of, okay? We are not always in this heart space, so it's important to understand that. The best way I can really give you an example when you're in this heart space is, you know, that energy when you're around a baby and it makes you feel good, or maybe even the elderly and it just makes you feel good and it touches your heart space, or something that's just, you know, something that touches your heart space in a good way, right? You know what I'm talking about. For all of you guys, it's going to be different situations, but that's this space. And again, we all tend to drift in and out of this space, okay? So the home is that concept of residence, right? That habitat, that shelter, that structure. It's the center. It's the middle point of all. It's the throne, excuse me, the seat of dignity, right? The seat of honor, respect, being worthy. Again, this is that heart space. This is that shared space. You know, it's interesting because it's like life likes to really throw a lot of knots, you know, and tangles in situations. And that heart space is that sacred place. This is that sacred center of the self, okay? Also, too, is the tool that you're going to be using with this individual, the tear, okay? The tear is all about, obviously, you know, droplets of letting go, right? A lot of people say that these tears are needed in order to fully understand and need that intimacy and vulnerability, right? It's almost needed. Excuse me, you guys. You know, it's almost like the softening of the ego. I like to see, anytime I see the tear card, it really kind of cries out to me the death to ego, right? It's like you finally start to lose and just, you know, let go of everything. You become vulnerable, right? A lot of people fear intimacy because of this reason, right? Fear of, again, being vulnerable to others. So the tool is this vulnerability. On the negative end, obviously, there's a lot of drama, right? But on the positive end, there's a lot of melancholy, right? Really having that melody in the rhythm and life of things. Again, that expression of deep sorrow. It's an energy of releasing, setting free, and letting go. But more importantly, it's like water, right? It's like rain. It's cleansing. It's nourishing. So obviously we have the initiation, the power. Interesting enough, we have Alethea, and I believe that's how you pronounce Alethea, right? Truth. You know, this is the truth in things. This is the power. This is the initiation. This is what you get, right? This is the power itself, is this truth. You know, it's really about claiming that vital energy, the health, that sense of belonging. On the negative end, obviously, you guys, this can be, you know, gaslighting. This can be distortions, excuses. On the positive end, this is clarity, revelation, right? Disclosure, truth. You know, some would say revelation, right? Seeing things for what they are. So with that being said, these were the cards that I pulled to get a vibe of what was going on collectively. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start breaking this down. I set intentions and prayed and did what I was supposed to do off of camera. Now I will incorporate and do some shuffling on camera as well. Okay, you guys. And again, sorry for the setup. I just decided to get a little closer angle so that you guys could actually see the cards a little bit. Okay. I'll go back to the face shot every now and then. We'll see what's going on. So I'm going to start off with the Starman Tarot, and we're going to start off and just see where you guys are at individually. And then obviously we'll get into the tools and everything that are needed to, actually date this individual, or even, you know, possibly look at situations with this kind of individual, okay? So let's go ahead and start with this mentor energy, right? Your energy collective. You know, let's take a look at a few things here. Let's look at what it is that you're learning, what it is that you are teaching others, okay? What wisdom are you attaining? What are you spiritually teaching? What services of greater good are you aiding in elevating the consciousness, okay? Clearly the mentor energy is here, and it's here for a reason. So let's find out what's going on. Let's take a look at first what it is that you are learning with this mentor energy, okay, collective? So let's take a look at what it is that you're actually learning. Interesting, the Hierophant in reverse. So I do feel like, honestly, you're learning how to be closed-minded. As a teacher, as a mentor, you're probably very open-minded, and this is why you love to learn. This is why you like to attain that wisdom. And of course, this is why you like to spiritually teach, right? It's that energy of understanding that you're battling yourself. Your own learning lesson is actually battling being closed-minded to things because you are so open-minded. Very interesting. Spirit, what else do we have when it comes to what it is that my mentor is teaching others? Interesting. So you're teaching others kind of a conflicting energy. So what I'm feeling here is, as a mentor, clearly you have some things that you're still having to teach, right? Because as a teacher, you're constantly always learning, right? That's the first part of the mentor, is the teacher. And again, the teacher is always learning. Okay. That's that positive energy of the mentor. So it's understanding that there's this energy of being closed-minded behind you, mentor, okay? And because you're being somewhat closed-minded to something, okay? Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're on the opposite end. Again, you are someone who's too open-minded as a teacher, so you're having to learn how to be a little bit more closed-minded to things. Regardless what's going on here, is there's an imbalancing because of this, whatever this closed-mindedness is, whichever end of the scale you're on with this closed-minded, is creating a confliction when it comes to what you're teaching others, okay? There's this ending, right? This ending that takes place, and kind of it's this experience that you go through, right? It's this initiation that you go through that creates this ending that takes place. So you teach others about this ending, okay? So, and this is a way of thinking, okay, mentor. Okay, collective, this is the way that you're thinking about situations. So it's like, because of situations that you've gone through and the way that you're thinking about these situations, you end up teaching people how to put an ending to these things. But again, it's a conflicting energy because there's this something that's going on with being closed-minded. We'll dive a little bit deeper and actually clarify, but let's take a look at what wisdom you're actually attaining here, mentor. Okay, collective, what are you actually attaining? Wiseness, right? What wisdom are you attaining? You're attaining injustices, okay? So you're actually going through injustices. You're going through wrongful things, okay, collective? You're actually feeling these injustices. You're feeling things not being right, things being unbalanced. You're also learning, all right? You're also gaining wisdom when it comes to the Queen of Swords energy. Beautiful, right? How to protect yourself, how to be clear, how to know what it is that you are wanting, what it is that you're seeing, what it is that you're dealing with, what it is that you're feeling. Everything when it comes to again, this kind of energy of truth, right? So obviously, you know, you're gaining this wisdom. You're going through these things. You're experiencing what it is to have to protect yourself, collective, okay? You're going through what it is that you need to go through to be able to have the clarity that you need, right? To be able to defend yourself, regardless if it's with this hunter or with someone else, right? Regardless if it's with this player or again, someone else. It's this energy of you gaining the wisdom that you need to be able to defend yourself and be clear, right? Communicate with yourself and not have to have closure or have clarity from others. Spirit, anything else? Let's see if we can get what kind of service, you know, what is it that you're spiritually teaching here? Interesting. You're spiritually teaching about this communication. So interesting enough, right? This goes back to this conflicting energy with you as a mentor, all right, collective, with you as a teacher, always learning, right? Attaining that wisdom, right? With you being that spiritual teacher, it's saying, look, you have some conflicting energy here, right? You have your own things that you need to be working on. You have this energy of not really focusing on how to end or be destroyed by this ending. Therefore, you're also teaching others this, right? Because you're in an energy of not being able to face whatever ending has taken place with this player, you know, or whatever's going on. We'll dive deeper. This is just kind of, you know, kind of dusting the shelf off a little bit, but we really got to clean this bitch and get into it. So it's really just conflicting you, right? It's this energy of this conflicting ending, right? Whether or not you're going to end this with this energy, or whether, you know, you face the reality of the ending that took place, whatever it is. I don't know. We haven't tapped into it yet, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's because you're conflicting this energy mentally within your thought space, right? It's creating this closed-mindedness. And as a mentor, as a teacher, collective, obviously what happens? What is it that you are spiritually teaching? Communication, how to communicate, how to be clear, right? How to be the Queen of Swords energy, how to be clear, how to protect yourself and do what you need to do to be in this clear communication state, right? So that you can communicate to others correctly, right? That is exactly what your spiritual teaching is. You're going to go through this. You're going to go through a lot of non-communication, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of unclear, right? Things not seeming what they are, a lot of illusions, right? A lot of being slapped in the face and pushed down just so that you could actually teach what this communication is, what this fast action means, right? What this energy of needing to know and having the answers kind of energy, interesting enough, but never not having enough, right? It's kind of a weird energy, but I think you get what I'm saying, right? So let's tap down into your person's energy. And then if we need to clarify in kind of like a situation as far as back and forth, we will. But I want to hop back and forth between you two, okay? But I feel like collectively, honestly, you're not here for yourself. You want to know about your person, right? You want to know about this player, how to deal with this player. So let's see what's going on with this hunter mentality, right? Remember, the hunter is the seeker, the pursuer, and the predator, right? Honors its prey, right? Very precise, and very skillful, right? This person, again, goes after the prize and gets it. Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to the hunter. I want to know what the hunter is hunting, all right? I want to know what's the tool that they're gripping to hunt, and is it even needed, right? Clearly, we know, collective, your tool is the tier. But your person's tool is going to be different. These are your cards, collective, okay? The only card in this spread that is not yours is going to be anything that lies under this hunter and down below. And it's not that it's not even yours. It's obviously an energy that you are exchanging with, right? Because we all exchange with energies, but it's understanding that these cards, this is your tool. You have the tier, okay? I don't know what the hunter will have, right? That would have to be saved for another reading. But so let's go ahead and tap into this hunter energy, right? So again, the first thing I want to know is exactly what this hunter is actually hunting, okay? Wow, the Five of Swords. Lots of competition. I feel like, honestly, the hunter is having some issues within his or her own mental state, right? Within their own conflicts, within their thoughts. I feel like there's this predator type of energy even within their thoughts, because you guys know how it is, right? How it is inside is how it is on the 3D world, right? In other words, if you're in disunion, unfortunately, you're going to attract disunion relationships, right? You're going to attract people who are in disunion. It's not until you create that balance that you actually attract balanced people, right? Because we're exchanging this energy. So it's birds of a feather flock together kind of energy. But this person is clearly having competition within their outer realm, because in their mind space, there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of hunting and predatoristic type of behavior even within their thoughts here. Spirit, what else do we have when it comes to what it is they're hunting? Interesting. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So I do feel like this energy has their eyes on something in past tense, something that was not manifested here with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Again, we're going to dive deeper than all of this, but I'm just, again, getting the dust off the bottle here a little bit. There's something that, again, it's like it was never worked on. There's some energy here that was never worked on, never manifested. And so they have their eye on this. There it is. They have their eye on the Empress. Are you that Empress? Clearly it's coming through in this reading. We'll have to see what's going on, but there's clearly some energy here, right? They're seeing someone here as their counterpart. Or maybe this is the feminine energy within them, right? The emotions within them. We'll clarify and find out, but they're still here. They have their eye on this prize. So whether this is them having the eye on the prize of being balanced, or whether this is them having, again, because even if they're craving this energy of being balanced on the inside, what did I just say? What happens on the inside applies to that outside as well. So what do you think is going to happen? This is going to be on the outside as well, right? So if they're attracting this balance with emotional on the inside, they're attracting that union in a counterpart. Make sense? Spirit, anything else when it comes to what they're hunting? Two of Swords, making a decision when it comes to these thoughts and this competition, the way they're thinking here. Very interesting. So I do feel like they're moving, they're progressing here with their energy, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at exactly what it is, like what tool they're using, or not even what tool they're using, but if the tool that they're using, right, the tool that they're gripping to actually go after this prize, right, to claim their prize, right, with their precision and their skill here. Is it actually going to, be needed for the task? Like, do they even need a tool here, right? Spirit, show me what I need to see. Interesting, conflicting energy right off the bat. Okay, I can't get it with my long ass nails. Wow, 9 of Wands. Interesting. So this conflicting energy of ending things intimately. Okay, so this is creation, this is passion, this is drive, this is ambition here. So what this is saying is the tool that they're using is intimacy. Okay, or at least maybe in past tense they've used this intimacy before, so it's conflicting them here. So obviously, you know, we're gonna have to clarify here and see what's going on. But even as the tool that is being used, it's conflicting whether or not it's actually needed. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we do have the World card. All right. So there is a grounding energy of this hunter mentality, this player mentality, really honestly, you know, looking at things as success, even the failures of things. And clearly when we start breaking down, you know, the shared space, the tool, and clarifying here, of course, the power, it's going to start making sense when you look at both perspectives and not just the perspective of the hunter. This is why in all of my readings collective, I tap into your energy as well, because it takes two to tango, right? You can't just sit there and want to know what this person is thinking without understanding where it is that you're thinking and where you're thinking maybe, you know, stagnating you or creating more issues or even maybe helping the situation, right? It's always a negative and positive, looking at it at both ways, right? Sorry, you guys. But let's start clarifying here. Let's tap a little deeper, right? And then we'll start getting into the tool and everything used. So I want to come back over here to you, right, collective? I know you're the mentor. Okay, you are the teacher, right? But again, you're always learning as a mentor. Okay, there's never a point of being closed-minded. That's why I was picking up more on a closed-minded vibe here. Of you just not being closed-minded, being more open-minded to things. So having difficulties when it comes to people who are narrow-minded, right, or closed-minded, you just don't, you know, it's very hard for you. So I feel like that's where a lot of this challenge is. And again, it's this thought process of how to end it conflicts you here. So let's clarify and find out exactly what this is, because I don't want to be wrong here, but that is the energy I'm picking up on, okay? So maybe for some of you, it may be a little bit different, but we'll see what's going on. All right, so let's go ahead and tap into this energy first. Spirit, why is the Hierophant here in reverse? Show me what I need to see, please. Okay, that landed on my lap. Conflicting energy, 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. So this, because you're conflicting this energy, you're conflicting the manifestation of things as well, okay? So this is going to apply to everything collective, okay? Everything, right? So, you know, even if it is that you're on this positive state of this energy and you are very open-minded and people who are narrow-minded just kind of, you know, they stress you out, they conflict you within your thoughts. It's also going to conflict manifestation of things, right? Creating things with them, creating things within their energy. Does that make sense? So if this confliction is happening with students, or if this confliction is happening with just people in your energy, clearly there's going to be conflictions within the things you're trying to manifest. So if this person is a part of that energy, even if it's just energetically and not physically in the actual 3D realm, it's that 5D realm, it's still this energy of being closed-minded creates this non-manifestation, or at least conflicting people or energy that is, you know, closed-minded is creating this non-manifestation. Let's see if we can get a few more cards, Spirit. Anything else when it comes to the Hierophant in reverse, please? Show me what I need to see when it comes to what it is that they are learning. Conflicting energy again, you guys. The World, very interesting, right? Grounding your person's energy at the bottom of the deck was the World card, right? These accomplishments. And here we are now clarifying with you, right? Clarifying that this closed-minded is also conflicting because you don't know whether to look at this as an accomplishment or a failure, right? So definitely I'm going to refer this to this person, right? Because clearly you're clicking on this video because this person played with your emotions in some way, shape, or form, right? So of course there's this being closed-minded kind of energy with this person, or at least you're picking up on the energy of this person being closed-minded with you, right? So it's an energy of not seeing if this person, if it's going to be successful or if it's not, right? It's not seeing the success within the failures, even the damaging side of things, right? So, you know, when it comes back to this energy of injustice, I'm really curious here, all right? Because I know that you are attaining wisdom here. Okay, so we know that you're teaching others, you know, you teach others what you experience. This is exactly what the teacher is about, right? Now, if you want to go to college and study whatever it is for 4 years, you're going to go and you're going to teach that, correct? You're going to teach what it is that you studied. So again, it just depends on your own personal liking, but a teacher is a teacher, right? Teachers come in all different shapes and forms. This, this is an energy of also spiritually teaching. So it's understanding that your experiences, your conflictions, you're teaching confliction, right? Whatever energy you're in, you're teaching in. So this is why Spirit's saying there's this injustice. This injustice is literally the wisdom that you are attaining, okay? So in other words, you can spiritually teach things that were not right to you, things that were unbalanced to you, things that were always never serving, right? You get to teach this experience. You get to, but as long as you're conflicted with this energy, you're going to teach in this conflicted energy, okay? So let's take a look at these injustices. Knight of Swords in reverse, right? Interesting enough, this is that person that's not clear with you, right? This is that person that is not taking action. This is that hunter, right? I feel like this person has taken action with someone else in your perspective anyways, right? This person's not taking action and being clear. So of course there's the injustice, right? So you're carrying around these injustices, and because of this experience with this person not taking action, right? Because of the injustice that this person not taking action took, right? Elsewhere, whatever the situation is, this creates this injustice. And again, this is your experience. This is the wisdom that you're attaining, right? Spirit wants you to understand that, collective, that this heartache, right? However you want to look at it, this uncertainty, this person not taking action, this person being a player and fucking around with your emotions, right? Taking advantage of you, this disloyalty, right? This dissatisfaction, this injustice creates what it is that you are attaining as far as wisdom, so that you can take this experience and go back and teach it as the mentor. So what service of greater good are you actually aiding and innovating? What greater good are you aiding and elevating and of consciousness is this communication, right? Is this clarity? It's like, not having this communication is exactly why you teach about this communication, because it's so important to you. Why this communication is so important is because you experience not having it. You experience not having clarity, not having certainty. You experience this person not taking action. So you want to show others what it is to take action. You want to show others what it is to communicate, right? And you want to do this with action, fast action. This is not, this slow moving tortoise kind of energy. This is fast energy. This is empowering energy. Spirit, show me the Eight of Wands energy. Two of Swords energy, right? Making that decision. Again, right now it's these thoughts, right? Because remember, the Swords is thoughts. And this is going back to this closed-mindedness. Again, whether this is you being closed-minded, whether this is you dealing with someone who's closed-minded, doesn't matter. The point is that the way you're thinking about this situation is creating two blockages, right? This is literally your inner conflict here. This is nobody else's. This is your inner conflict. This is you not making a decision whether or not to stop conflicting and looking at the situation as an accomplishment or a failure, right? This is your accomplishment and failure right here. This is your conflicting world energy right here. Decide, collective, okay? This is what Spirit's saying. So with that being said, it's important to understand as a person, collective, as the healer, as someone who is learning and going through this and attaining the wisdom, to be that spiritual teacher, you have to understand that you have to go through this, right? You have to go through the betrayal. You have to go through this person not taking action or taking action elsewhere, right? Being the hunter, going after the prize, going after the reward. You have to deal with this. You have to make the decision, because remember, when you make this decision, this conflicting energy of, was this an accomplishment or was this a failure? Am I going to manifest or am I not going to manifest? Will change, all right? It will no longer be conflicting. That's when you'll be able to, again, show this communication that you never got, right? Teach this communication, teach this certainty, right? Teach this, whatever you want to call it, right? Love, emotion of the need of feeling worthy, right? Because there's a lot of worthy in this reading. There's a lot of sitting on your throne here, collective, okay? Being worthy and understanding what it is of being worthy. All right, so let's tap into your person's energy, right? So we know this person clearly, right, has some issues, right? What are they hunting? They're hunting something that they never manifested. They're hunting, again, this competition within their own head. It's like they're hunting a thought within their mind of something they didn't manifest. What? The Empress energy, right? The Two of Swords. They have the Two of Swords as well. You guys are mirroring each other with this energy here. Both of you guys need to make a decision. Same card, different decks, okay? There are two decisions that need to be made, both within the thought space. You guys are sharing this exact energy, right? Is the tool that they have, again, their tool is not the tier. Their tool, at least in their perspective, is this intimacy, all right? It's conflicting them. This intimacy conflicts them. So let's tap into this a little bit deeper, okay? Clearly, let's break this down. Let's look at first, obviously, the conflictions within their head, right? All these thoughts, the Five of Swords energy, all this competition within their thought space, all this competition within their thought space, what it is they're not manifesting, who this Empress is, right? Look, something already flipped. Ay. Very interesting collective. So we have the Ace of Cups, the Temperance in reverse, and the Princess of Swords. You already know what it is, right? Non-reconciliation, this power of love. I don't know if the hunter has their eye on the prize because this power of love has somehow circled around or done what it's needed to do. But regardless, they're thinking about it, okay? This power of love is within their thoughts, okay? Not having reconciliation is within their thought space. They think about non-reconciliation. They think about a disunion. They think about punishment. They think about this, just the toxicity within not having something that they're missing, okay? Something that they're craving that they've had before. They want again. Princess of Swords energy in reverse. This could be a karmic situation. This could be also your energy in a disunion, right? Not having clarity with you, not having action with you. Again, they could be looking at you in the same energy, right? As someone who's not taking action. This can also be their feminine side within their thoughts, right? The emotion within their thoughts, right? Their ego overpowering their emotions, even within their thought process. Let's get two more cards, Spirit, two more cards. There's the Five of Wands. Now there's even competition within passion in their mind space, right? In their thought space. There's a lot of competition in this person's thoughts. Look, a lot of destruction. So they literally think about the breaking up of intimacy, right? They think about it. Look, they're looking at situations and they're seeing that, I guess they've had a lot of prizes here, right? There's a lot of competition within this thought space. So there's a lot of thinking about things. Yes, thinking about all the competition with intimate connections, but also thinking about this disunion with this lack of action emotionally, this lack of passion, emotion, this lack of reconciliation, right? This power of love. There's a lot of shit your person's thinking about here. And so it's ultimately them really thinking about this destruction over and over in their head. So what are they thinking about as the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse? What is it that they're not manifesting that they have their eye on here? The Queen of Pentacles in a conflicting energy. Very interesting, right? This is, of course, right, conflicting them. They can't manifest this amazing, stable connection. More importantly, this stable partner, right? Yes, I see you, collective, as this Queen of Pentacles. This is the birth to new creation. This is the teacher, right? This is someone who is nurturing. This is someone who, again, is wise, right? This is someone who teaches because they're a mother, right? So it's an energy of a conflicting, of not knowing, right? So this destruction, this non-manifestation taking place with this Queen of Pentacles, not being stable. Maybe they're dealing with someone who is not the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Doesn't really matter. Take what you need to and put it where it needs to. But regardless, this person knows that things are not being manifested because there's a confliction within this Queen of Pentacles, right? The stableness, the consistency, the grounding energy. There's inconsistency with it. Regardless if it's the person that they're with or someone else that they're thinking of. Doesn't matter. The point is there's inconsistency, right? There's a lack of stability. So who's this Empress? Spirit, show me the Empress. Show me the Empress. Why are they hunting the Empress? Show me why the Hunter is hunting the Empress. Show me what I need to see when it comes to the Hunter and the Empress, please. Woo. Yeah, Four of Wands. Excuse me, you guys. Five of Swords in reverse and the Princess of Cups. So there's definitely an energy of knowing that they never had the foundations that they needed for intimate connections. Like, it's like, look, with the Four of Wands energy, they know that everywhere they went never led to celebration, never led to wedding or ceremony, right? It never led to long-term. It was like all these intimate connections just led to a broken down foundation. Okay. And they know this that happened with you, right? They know that their counterpart, because of these other connections, because of these other intimate connections that created an unstable foundation when it came to this, your intimate connection, the Empress connection, excuse me. They know this is broken. They know that this same energy that we're clarifying here, this Five of Swords energy, right? Now it's here in the reverse. They know that because of their confliction within their thoughts, because of look, just as much as you saw the games they played in the 3D world, the games were played in their head, right? They put themselves through the same game mentally, internally, excuse me, before they did it in the external world. So they dealt with this before they treated others this way, right? So they understand this with you. You show them this, right? And so therefore, for that Empress, right? Counterpart, doesn't matter if you're male or female here, you're the counterpart in their eyes, right? You are this new beginning when it comes to emotions. You are this new beginning when it comes to love. You are the birth of creation. You are the birth of love. That is what this power of love is. Very interesting. So I want to take a look at the Two of Swords. I want to look at both of y'all's decisions here. I'm going to come back to this Two of Swords for you too. All right, collective. But right now I want to see the decision that needs to be made with your person here. Show me the decision that needs to be made. Okay, it didn't split. Sorry. Show me. All right, there we go. Show me the decision that needs to be made. The Emperor in disreverse, in disunion, right? So your person knows. Your person knows that right now, right? The Hunter knows that they're the one, right? This counterpart, this masculine, this ego is in disconnect, right? Because they're in their thoughts. That's the ego. It's in disconnect. They understand this. They know they need to make a decision regardless. Look, yes, your power may be fueling them, okay? But regardless, they have to make a decision because they're in disunion. Regardless of you, this person knows that they're not happy in their situation. They know this conflicting energy of the Queen of Pentacles, not manifesting, not having stability. They understand this. They understand all this shit in their thoughts. All these conflicting thoughts are creating a disunion within them. They understand this, right? They know they have to put an ending to death, to ego. They understand this. That's the decision that needs to be made. Nine of Wands, energy, conflicting energy, spirit. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Yep, Nine of Pentacles. So, honestly, deciding whether or not to, again, turn this Emperor in the upright, right? Making the decision to put a death to ego, it all lingers and conflicts when it comes to an ending that takes place with an old passionate cycle and a new passionate cycle, right? This is the conflicting energy of an old creation on the brink of a new creation, but it's all conflicting on this disunion within the Emperor energy, within the ego, right? Within the death to ego. Once the death to ego happens, that's when this changes. That's when the Nine of Wands can be in the upright, right? Or if this person chooses not to create the union within this, again, death to ego type of energy, if they choose not to put a death to that ego, they're going to stay in the Nine of Wands in reverse. They're going to stay in that old cycle, reliving it and being repetitive with it. So this is why it's important that they make this decision so that they can manifest, right? Wish fulfillment, abundance. Because if they don't make a decision, they're not going to get this. They won't have that wish fulfillment. They won't be fulfilled when it comes to the things that they want. And this isn't love. Yes, love can be a part of manifestation, but more importantly, this is everything, right? This is the values, the traditions, the marriage, the ceremonies, the beliefs, the open-minded, right? The open-minded, just belief system, ideology, everything, right? Interesting. So I just want to show you where the deck's split at. We have the Moon in reverse, and we also have the Seven of Cups in reverse. I do feel like your person, collective, has seen things for what they are. They understand that they made choices that weren't good. They also understand and they see things for what they are now, straight up with this energy, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next part. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the shared space. We're gonna take a look at the tool that needs to be used as well as the power, okay? Really quick though, I do wanna clarify the decision that needs to be made with you here really quick, okay? Spirit, show me, let's see. I'm gonna use another deck for this part really quick. Let's use the Hermetic deck just for this question when it comes to your energy collective, okay? I wanna see what decision needs to be made with you, okay? Spirit, let's take a look at the two deciding factors. I mean, clearly we know you have, you know, this closed-minded kind of energy or whatever. You're dealing with this closed-minded energy. Again, it just depends on, you know, the different, whatever side you're on this, right? But there's still a decision that needs to be made when it comes to, are you going to make a decision to look at this as an accomplishment or a failure, right? Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to the Two of Swords, please, with my collective. Okay, something flipped. There's that Eight of Wands. Yeah, you need to make, okay, so this is just clarifying, because remember, I was clarifying the Eight of Wands and the Two of Swords landed, making a decision on this communication. It's just clarifying again. Okay, Spirit saying, yeah, Empress Egypt enough. You already knew, right? The Eight of Wands energy. It's, you need to make a deciding, right? You need to make a decision whether or not you're going to communicate or not. And remember, this communication is not communicating with this person. This is communicating with the people that you are teaching through your experience with this person, right? This is the people that you come in contact with that could be going through something that you went through similar to this situation, right? So again, it's the experience that you're going through that is teaching you what you need to know, right? The wisdom that you attained through this experience is where you become a spiritual teacher. So this communication, yes, is the communication that you never received. Maybe this is clarifying that communication will be coming through. Again, I don't predict the future here. That's not what I do, okay? But I am telling you that this communication depends on you making a decision whether or not you're going to communicate with others about your story or not, right? Whether or not you're going to take from this person's energy and actually create your own story and communicate these experiences to others and teach them how you got through it, right? Look at this as an accomplishment and not a failure so that you can communicate. So the decision is not necessarily whether this was an accomplishment or a failure. Yes, I feel like that's going to have a big part to do with what decision you make, right? But ultimately, it's that decision of choosing to be clear with yourself, taking action fast when it comes to you communicating and stopping this blockage within, again, two opposing forces within, okay? All right, so let's get into this heart space here. Again, you guys, shared space is the heart space, okay? Remember, the heart space is the home, the center, the throne, right? This is that seat of dignity, the seat of honor, respect, and being worthy, right? Remember, you guys, I was telling you, this is the space that we drift in and out of a lot, okay? Sometimes we're in our heart space, sometimes we're not. When we are in our heart space, we're being very expansive. We're being very open-minded, not closed-minded, right? We're knowing things. We're being gentle and we're being clear. But in the negative end, when we're not in our heart space, we're being, you know, kind of tangled in bullshit, right? Maybe possibly being betrayed or betraying others. Because all these cards represent the negative and positive, not one or the other, because you can't have one without the other, right? So let's break it down. Let's find out what's going on. Why is the heart the shared space? What's going on here in the center of things? What's going on in this throne, all right? So let's see. I want to look at where exactly you're expanding. Okay, one card flipped. These just jumped out. I'm taking them back into the deck. King of Swords, right? So again, where is it that you're expanding? Collectively in the shared space, both of you guys are collectively expanding when it comes to the things that you weren't clear about and the things you didn't take action with, okay? So collective, right? The mentor energy. You maybe haven't taken action when it comes to self, right? When it comes to your experience and the things that you experienced and actually communicating it to others, right? In a way where it's not conflicting, where people can't tell if you accomplish things or fail, right? Where people can't tell if you haven't manifested things or not. Again, without the conflictions, you taking action to these conflictions, you taking actions when it comes to making this decision to communicate with your people you're teaching, right? Because remember, you're a spiritual teacher, right? This is that same energy with your person as well, right? The conflictions within their thoughts, the Two of Swords energy as well, that inner confliction. They have to take action. So this shared space is the things that you guys didn't take action towards, okay? Interesting enough, this heart space is where you guys share the space of the things not taking action, not being clear with, okay? So the things that aren't clear, the things that you didn't take action, or things that weren't taken action, right? Things that weren't taken, or people that didn't take action towards you, that is what fuels your energy for both of you guys. It's the shared space. It's the heart space. Spirit, what else do we have for the heart space? That is the Chariot energy. These two cards didn't flip in the upright. Chariot energy. Again, this is being balanced, right? Taking that, taking the action. The Chariot's all about action. Very interesting. So the King of Swords is about not taking action with things. And then it comes through and says, look, in the shared space, you guys also share this balance of wanting to take action, though, towards balancing, right? It's a need and a want and a yearn to, again, create balance within the things that are unbalanced. It's taking action towards the things that are unbalanced in this shared space. It's a craving of balance in this heart space. Again, this is the seat of dignity, right? The seat of honor and respect. You guys both respect in this heart space the energy of wanting and craving to be balanced. You guys also share that space of understanding that you didn't take action and you weren't clear. And you share this. This is the negative and the positive. This is the balance of both within this shared space. So let's take a look at really quick what's entangling you, right? So these are the things that are expanding you, right? So this is the positive end. Yes, there's a positive and negative even within the positive end, and more than likely there will be a positive and negative even with the negative end. Because remember, everything is equally balanced, both. So you're expanding when, again, it comes to the things that you didn't take action towards. And now what's going to happen is you guys are both going to take action to create balance because you're feeling unbalanced, right? You're feeling conflictions within. So let's take a look at what's entangling you, what's trapping you, right? What's creating that betrayal, all right? Spirit, show me the entangling. Thank you. Seven of Cups. It was those illusions and wearing masks, not expressing emotions, and the Starman energy, right? The magician type of energy here. I do feel like, and these go hand in hand. And again, this is the things that kind of, were entrapping, right? Whether this was your energy or your person. This is both of you guys because it's the shared space, right? Different timing, but different ways. There were a lot of illusions within this shared space, within this heart space. There was a lot of not really fully knowing what love was and what love wasn't, what intimacy was and what intimacy wasn't, excuse me. So I feel like within even this shared heart space, there was a lot of secrets kept behind, right? A lot of the negative ends of things were creating this entanglement, this entrapment, because again, there were illusions within this love. Not everything was what it seemed. Magician energy, like I said, there's positives and negatives within that magician energy, right? It's understanding that, yes, the magician can manifest when they use all the elements of life, right? But this person can also trick you. A magician is a trickster, right? A magician woos you and wows you. It's an energy of that player energy, even within the shared heart space, right? So this is also your person, right? The hunter understanding that this pain has been inflicted, understanding that there was masks worn, right? You guys share this energy in this heart space. So just as much as you acknowledge this person didn't speak what they were supposed to speak, this person acknowledges it in this heart space as well, right? Because this is the center. This is the core. So it entangles you a little bit, right? Creates betrayal, these illusions. The magician, the magic, doing trickery in front of you betrays you. Let's go ahead and clarify the tier, the tool that's used. And then if I need to dive deeper, I will. But this makes a lot of sense. I will probably clarify a little bit more, but let's move on to the tier really quick, okay? So again, you guys, this is the tool that's being used. So now we know this is the place where it takes, this is where it takes place here, is in that heart space. Now what tool is going to be used is the tier, Okay, remember you guys, the tear again is the mourning, the release, the cleansing, the nourishment, right? It's like, you know, you understand that this tear expresses that deep sorrow. You understand that the droplets of those tears is letting go. It's letting go and setting free, right? Releasing. This is that vulnerable state, right? This is the start of intimacy. Most people fear, you know, showing tears, showing emotions because they have that fear of intimacy. They have that fear of being vulnerable, right? See if there's that death to ego here. That's exactly what this energy is. So let's take a look at what it is that you guys are mourning together. Again, these are shared, you know, this is your energy. This is your tool that you're going to use, okay? You're going to use this in the shared space, or you're going to use this in the 3D world, but this is the tool that you'll use to be able to understand and work this, right? If you even need the tool, right? The tool is there for you to use when you need it, but you have to put that discernment whether or not you need the tool or not. Just like we asked the question, whether or not this person needs the tool of intimacy, right? And it was a conflicting energy, right? So this tool ultimately may not be needed to fully manifest, because look, the Knight of Pentacles was still coming up for your person. So even though the tool was intimacy with your person, they're still manifesting. So did they really need the tool if they're still manifesting what they want? Depends, right? You got to see what they choose and see where it takes them. Nobody knows the answers, right? Let's see here. So let's tap into, again, what it is that you are mourning, right? Because this is your release, collective. This is your release. What are you mourning? Show me what you're mourning, Spirit. Show me what the collective is mourning, please. Spirit, show me what the collective is mourning. The World card. The accomplishments and the failures. It's, you know, it's going back and forth in your head and literally, and maybe not always thinking about this person, but it's definitely an energy of positive and negative here, right? Looking at both. Interesting enough, it was conflicting you. So this is your tool. Your tool is your conflictions, right? The releasing of these conflictions, right? Creating this as, okay, look, yes, I understand now. There was a whole lot of accomplishments and a whole lot of things that I was supposed to learn, right? I get it. I get it, right? And so it's, again, that energy of understanding that, and not only understanding that, but acknowledging that, yes, there was accomplishments within this bullshit. There were things that you learned. There were things that you grew from, you expanded from because of this connection. It's understanding that and taking that and turning it into that energy, because right now it's conflicting you. So your tool is, again, this, whether or not you're going to look at this as an accomplishment or if you're going to stay in the failure of things. It's making your mind up and making a decision to choose whether or not you're going to look at this player, as this situation, as someone, again, who was good or bad, right? It's looking at it, again, as an accomplishment, and even accepting the failures within it as an accomplishment. It's understanding that you're letting that go, right? It's understanding that you're mourning the loss of both. The accomplishment of having the person for a short period of time, whatever, but also the failure of not having this person. You're experiencing both, and you're understanding them with the World card here in the upright. So this is why you're conflicting with this energy. You're going through it, right? You're going through the experience in this heart space, releasing these things. You're mourning this. You're releasing it. Spirit, what else do they need to release? The Prince of Swords. Very interesting. So I do feel like, you know, there's this, again, energy of really releasing the way you're thinking about this person. The way you're thinking about this person not taking action. The way you think about this person not being clear. Not communicating, right? Communication has a lot to do with this reading, as well as, you know, having that honor and that dignity, right? But it's, again, the death to ego, just depending on how you look at it. But it's definitely an energy of understanding you need to release this person, or at least the way you're seeing this person, right? The way you're seeing them not taking action. It's like, instead of just seeing them not taking action, collective, it's like trying to look at them as, okay, what did their not taking action do for me? How did I learn from them not taking action? How did I expand? How am I going to teach others and heal others, right? How am I going to show my thankfulness, right? How am I going to do that greater good, that greater cosmic good? How am I going to wake up the conscious, right? How am I going to create that elevation in the energetic realm, right? It's understanding that, again, it's looking at how did I learn these things? Why? Because of this person, right? Because of their lack of action. So it's just looking at things in a different perspective, collective. It really is. Ooh, you like that? A different perspective, collective. Hashtag collective perspective. Ah, watch out. Sorry, you guys. That was just kind of a fast thing, but it's true, right? So it's about releasing that. It's about releasing that, again, control over the way you're thinking about this person not taking action. All right. So let's look at a few other things, and then we'll kind of do some final clarifying. And if you guys have any questions, I'll go through the comments and see if there's any, again, questions that would pertain the collective, okay, or would help the collective. So obviously we know you need to release this, but let's take a look at what needs to be cleansed. All right, Spirit, show me what needs to be cleansed with the collective here with the tear, please. Show me what needs to be cleansed, what needs to be nourished. Oh, we got more conflicting energy, you guys. Wow, 2 more conflicting energies. The 9 of Swords. There's that 9 of Swords, an ending to the way you're thinking, straight up. Spirit's just confirming here. And the 3 of Wands, this new passionate beginning, right? So it's like right now, the only thing stopping you from having a new passionate beginning, the only thing that's really, creating a lot of this stagnation is the fact that both of you guys, right, energetically, bottom of the deck, we have the Princess of Swords. So energetically, it's a lot of energy of just both of you guys needing to make decisions when it comes to these inner conflicts, right? Each on your own separate paths. Yes, we know this person goes after the prize. Yes, we know this person has done some painful shit in the past, maybe has created a lot of unstable foundations within the connection. But, it's again, understanding that this person, because of you and what it is that you've done, this person is starting to see the cracks within their other things they've created, right? So now they're feeling this disunion just as much as you're feeling the disunion of this separation as well. So let's clarify a little bit here. But yes, we know now, right, that these conflictions of whether or not you're going to put an ending to the thought process, collective, and this applies to the cross watcher as well, because I know some of my hunters are on here, okay? I know some of my players are on here. And I know with the energy of the player, again, understanding that there's an imbalance that's taking place. And again, the decision needs to be made whether or not you're going to get out of these thoughts, right, out of the conflictions. So you guys are both in this shared space of really making this decision. So ultimately, this is that conflicting energy, right? This is that, are you going to make the decision here? 9 of Wands, because this is what's conflicting you having a new passionate beginning. All right. So really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and pull the last energy. And then if we need to clarify, we'll clarify. Okay, you guys. But this is that power, right? This is the initiation here. So this is, again, the power of truth. Okay. This is looking and understanding. Again, this is all about clarity, truth, right? This is a huge, huge, intense reading when it comes to the way that you're thinking, the decisions that need to be thought, the decisions that need to be made within this thought space, right? And let me just say how many of these cards are about clarity. The Mentor is about clarity, right? The heart space, right? Dignity, honor, respect, clarity, right? And Alethea, truth, clarity. That's 3 cards, right? 3 cards all circling this truth, this clarity, this understanding. I mean, yours even started off with, what was it? The 10 of Swords. And now we're ending with the 9 of Swords, a completion to this thought process, right? So this ending takes place or needs to take place. And here it is completed finally with this 9 of Swords. Well, I mean, it's up to you to complete it, right? Let's take a look at, again, this energy of truth. So let's look at what it is that is being disclosed. Let's take a look at your revelations, all right? Show me the revelations. Something flipped. Yep, there it is. The Queen of Pentacles. There she is again, right? Queen of Pentacles twice now. This could be your energy, right? I didn't really know if this was a third party or not. There wasn't a whole lot of 3s on the table. I wasn't really confirmed that this was a third party, but now I'm confirmed that this is possibly your energy here. or at least this energy of needing someone stable and a counterpart. And this is a truth that is revealed. So I do feel like finally this confliction, right? This confliction that is causing your person, you know, this energy of feeling disunion, right? This person does, remember, like I said, they end up getting their wish fulfillment. They end up getting the things that it is that they want. So I feel like that's what this is. This truth is they have a revelation. Your person has a revelation here that you are the Queen of Pentacles, that you are stable. Take a look at, again, what other revelations, what other truth is there? The Princess of Cups and a conflicting energy. Yeah, the truth was this conflicting energy that, was this a new love or was this not a new love? Should I take a new passionate beginning with this person? Should I create a new adventure? Should I create new love with this person? So I feel like, honestly, you know, Spirit's really saying here, the truth is that, look, in order to be grounded, in order to be this Queen of Pentacles, whether this is cross-watch, or you seeing, you know, the mentor as your Queen of Pentacles, or mentor, whether this is you saying, I need this in a stable, you know, committed, grounded relationship, I still feel like this love is conflicting. And that is the truth behind this, right? It's a conflicting energy of whether or not this is going to be new, whether or not this will ever be a new romantic cycle, a new love, right? Nine of Cups. Yeah. Look, the truth is, look, wish fulfillment, right? The truth is the Nine of Cups, abundance when it comes to emotions, abundance when it comes to love. Show me the distortions. Show me the distortions. Conflicting energy, Nine of Pentacles. Yep. Completion when it comes to these manifestations. Interesting. How to claim that vital energy, health. Interesting. Happiness. Let me get one more card. What about the sense of belonging, Spirit? Okay, we've got a few here. The Emperor. There we go. The Devil, conflicting energy as the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Woo! A lot of energy, you guys. Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck in reverse, right? Not having this love, this power of love. Okay, so that's a lot of energy. There really is. Let me break this down for you guys, and I'll probably clarify. We probably have about 15, 20 more minutes left, you guys, and then we'll be done, okay? So what this is saying here is that the truth behind the matter is I feel like there's a lot of revelation and awakening that takes place here. I feel like this journey within this dynamic here, there's a lot of, even if you finally make the decision to say it is to give up on this person, okay, whether that's even a thought or not, doesn't matter. I'm just using that as an example here. Say you choose to get up, or say the decision that needs to be made is between, do you actually, you know, hold on to this person, or do you walk away, right? I'm just using this as an example. It's ultimately understanding that even if you choose to walk away, this person has changed because of the energy exchange, okay? So this person, in the truth of things, has seen that wish fulfillment, what this wish fulfillment should look like, what these 9 cups should be filled with. And I feel like that's the same thing that applies to you here, because these are your cards, right? But the mirroring energy is very heavy. So this is why I'm bringing in even the Hunter into this situation, because there is this energy of, yes, there's a lot of conflicting energy whether or not to start this new beginning when it comes to the emotions within this connection, but there's definitely an energy of wish fulfillment here, and this is the truth behind it, okay? Again, with a conflicting energy, though, on manifesting these emotions. So I asked the question, you know, again, you know, what are the distortions? The distortion is this not manifesting, this conflicting energy of manifestation, right? So it's the fear of not manifesting the emotions, okay? It's the same thing, the Princess of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles energy. This is the fear. Those are the conflicts. That's the struggle. That's the issue. So of course it's distorting, right? It's creating, again, distortion, delusions, excuses, right? There you go. That's the easiest way to say it. Excuses. The excuses are this person doesn't know if they can manifest. The excuses is this person doesn't know if this is emotional, a new emotional beginning or not. And this applies to both of you guys, right? Again, this is even you collective questioning whether or not a new emotional beginning is going to happen, whether or not this is going to manifest, right? Of course, distortion. But again, asking what was the truth? What was the revelation? That was this 9 of Cups. You guys both know, right? Regardless, mentor energy, hunter energy, both of you guys realize this is wish fulfillment. So I started asking the question, you know, well, what is it that you need to claim when it comes to that energy, that vital energy, right? That health, the happiness card, the sun card, right? The growth, the expansion. So this is exactly the vital energy you need. You need this growth. You need this happiness. How do you claim it? All right. How do you claim it? You got the Emperor in the upright. We already know the Emperor was in disunion here. So I feel like the only thing that's really stopping the truth, and this is the truth behind things, right? So the only thing that's really stopping a lot of this, the only thing that's stopping, right, the claiming of this prize is the fact that the Emperor is in reverse here. But the truth is the Emperor is really standing up, right? The Emperor is really in the upright. The counterpart is really a good counterpart, even though they're sometimes in this energy of feeling like they're not. They are their own worst enemy. Another conflicting energy is the Devil card, the codependency, the addiction, right? So this is saying that yes, however, even though you guys are both each other's wish fulfillment, the hunter has insecurities, right? The hunter has issues with intimacy and vulnerability. The hunter has issues with, again, feeling like they belong, right? They, again, this goes back to the conflicting energy and thoughts within their head and why they treat everybody else like, you know, conflict and competition, right? Because they think this in their head. Again, this goes back to codependency, addiction, fear of intimacy, fear of holding on, fear of connectedness, fear of the middle part, right? The middle point, that center, the heart space. It's just a fear of those emotions, the fear of being vulnerable, the fear of intimacy. Very interesting. So with that being said, I do want to clarify a final few things and then we will end this video, okay? Let's see here. I do want to clarify the 9 of Cups a little bit, right? I want to break down this 9 of Cups, but I also want to break down the 5 of Pentacles because I didn't even explain the 5 of Pentacles here, okay? I was also looking at that sense of belonging, like what was creating, you know, a lot of this not being able to claim, right? To claim that sense of belonging, and the 5 of Pentacles came through. So this is that energy of a lot of the fears being fueled by this thought of being left out in the cold. So instead of being left out in the cold, I feel like they leave people out in the cold, right? This is that energy of, again, the player energy, just always moving to the next best situation, the next best thing. But this person realizes that, okay? Let's get in here really quick. Going back to the tool being used, the conflicting energy, I'm basically going to pick up on the conflicting energy because clearly that's where the issues are at. So I want to look at, honestly, you know, understanding why the tear needs to be, right? That release that needs to take place so that you can be cleansed, right? So that you can be nourished. It's finding the melancholy, right? And things instead of the drama. So it's really about letting go. And so as a cross watcher who, you know, has a fear of intimacy, this is perfect. But at the same time, this is that energy of you also understanding, mentor, that you, in order to be able to either fully handle this situation and claim this situation and have this person even a part of your life, you have to be able to use this as a tool. And as long as it's conflicting you, you can't use it, right? So let's find out why this 9 of Swords is here and the 3 of Swords is here. Spirit, show me why the 9 of Swords is here first. This ending that needs to take place with the thoughts. Why is there still conflicting energy in it? This goes back to this King of Swords, this person not taking action. So this is that hunter energy. I really feel like a lot of this energy is all basically on the shoulders of this person here, okay? I feel a lot of weight on this person's. I feel a lot of weight on this energy right here, straight up, okay? Not that that's a bad thing or a good thing. Let's find out what's going on. Spirit, show me what else I need to see with this 9 of Wands, the 9 of Swords energy conflicting. Interesting, right? 3 of Swords in reverse. So I do feel like there is a karmic situation. There is some type of third-party situation here. And so that's this 4 of Swords energy. That is this, you know, that's creating this person's mentality and way of thinking, okay? So what that's saying here is that you have to really fully understand that you need to put an ending to, you know, feeling like this person's not going to take action, because I feel like they're already in a situation, in this third party situation, where this person's making them be conflicted so bad, right? Making them basically be conflicted on this new beginning with you. So I feel like, you know, it's like once they break away from this energy and possibly come to you, if you're in that same energy of blaming, right, the blame game or not understanding, they're not going to want anything to do with it. But I will say that there's definitely some disunion within even the situation, how you're looking at it, right, how you're looking at their situation and what they're doing. So there's a lot of you thinking as a person, you know, again, putting the expectation on this person taking action towards you, being clear with you. You know, fixing the broken foundations. I feel like there's a lot of energy of you collective wanting this person to be clear with you, wanting this person to communicate with you on the things that they broke, right? The things that they said or the things that they didn't say, right? Leaving for a third party situation that created a lot of pain, drama, problems, right? So there's this energy of you needing to putting an ending to the way that you're thinking about this. There needs to be the ending of, you know, again, how you're seeing that situation. Okay, why is the Three of Wands here? The Magician. So yeah, this new passionate beginning has to do with this Magician. This kind of circles this Magician energy, right? It's really understanding that, yes, you have all four elements within you. You have all four elements within your life, right? You're able to use these four elements, but it's up to you to use these four elements, including the tools that are provided to be able to maneuver and achieve and claim what it is that you're trying to claim. I feel like there's an energy of not really knowing what it is that you're kind of claiming, but putting blame on things, right? And not even things, you know, it's just like a training, right? It's again, it's so hard, you guys, because we are all collectively controlled through the television. You know, I've been stating this for a long time, you guys, and this is not political. This is just the reality behind it. He who controls the media controls the culture. Okay. And unfortunately, because technology has taken off in the way that it has created a lot of issues within people just actually fucking living. Okay. So this is really that energy of understanding the four elements around you, not being glued so much to, you know, your televisions and being programmed exactly, Powder, right? Not being programmed anymore. This is understanding that you have the tools and the power to achieve and do things in life. Don't allow the television to control you, for straight up. It's an energy of understanding that you have the elements to be able to turn this around and to look at this situation in a different way and teach others through your experience. And again, create and manifest, right? Not use this for trickery. And this can apply to the cross watcher as well, right? Because again, this is kind of that shared space here still. So what is this new beginning, right? Why is the Three of Wands here? Interesting. So the Seven of Pentacles and the conflicting energy. So what's really stopping you too from this new beginning is the way you're evaluating things. And again, this goes back to the accomplishments of failures of things. Look, yeah. And by not putting an ending to the way you're thinking, not completing this cycle of thoughts. So again, there's a lot of responsibility, right? That self-responsibility to say, okay, look, I'm not thinking things clearly here. Yeah, look, you got the Devil card too, right? Codependency. So I feel like, you know, there's this issue with this person on a fear of intimacy. And then there's this issue with you, the mentor, right, of being codependent on someone, which is actually the equal balance between a connection, right? You've got the codependent and the dependent. So, you know, it's still an energy, though, of not evaluating things properly, not seeing things for what they are. And therefore, there's a lot of repetitive in these cycles. There's a lot of just doing this cycle over and over again, whether it's with the same person or someone who acts just like this person or someone who does the same things as this person. So this is kind of taking that responsibility back to where this all starts with self and saying, okay, I've got to start seeing the accomplishments within these failures and start changing my way of thinking so that I'm not repeating these same cycles. And so that I make sure when I communicate to others about the experience that I've been through, I'm communicating not this conflicting energy of accomplishments and failures, not this conflicting energy of am I manifesting or not, but actually communicating the things that you manifested because of this experience. Right now, it's kind of like, okay, if you're going to sit down next to me in a room and I have a conversation with you and I'm like, yeah, really? Oh, that's crazy. I'm sorry this person did this to you. So what did you learn from it? And it'd be like you be, you know, replying, well, I guess I guess I want stability. Well, you know, yeah, you guess, but what did you really learn from it? What can you teach me through it? Like, what advice can you give me from this person skipping out on you and not giving you what you need, right? How can you help me? And I know that sounds, you know, kind of shady, but that's the energy of the mentor, right? That's the energy of the collective. It's being that teacher and always learning, right? Always learning what these accomplishments do and what these failures do. And of course, what the experience leads you to. But it's up to you whether or not to see it for what it is, change the way you're thinking about it, and handle it in a different way so that you can get a different experience, a different reaction, a different response, right? Instead of the same repetitive energy. So I do want to clarify just a few more things, and then we will be done with this reading, you guys. I know it's a long one. Hopefully these readings are a little bit better for you. I wanted to dive deeper and really help you guys collectively as far as expanding goes, and I felt that this was the best way to do it. So I figured just getting rid of the extendeds and actually giving you guys readings is going to do way more better, right? Do way more good than just a stupid extended. So, interesting. This disunion, right? This disunion within this person really has a lot to do with the truth and the reality that you see. So there's a lot of questioning whether or not this person was honest with you. There's a lot of questioning whether or not this person is your counterpart. Okay. There's a lot of questioning because it all surrounds this person to you feeling like wish fulfillment, right? Oh man. So it's like, let's clarify, because I want to really make sure on this Knight of Cups energy. Let's find out exactly what this Knight of Cups is. Spirit, show me the Knight of Cups, please. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. Okay. So what it is that honestly, collective, the truth is that you need to see that whatever this wish fulfillment is actually entrapping you even more. It's like, oh, okay, makes sense. Bottom of the deck, Three of Wands. Okay, makes sense. Look, the only thing that's really stopping you here is more of this. If this is going back to the very beginning, the first card that was laid here, the Hierophant in the reverse, right? Think about it. So I didn't really know exactly what this energy was. I wasn't really sure, but of course, this makes sense, right? It's like, look, you're being closed-minded when it comes to this Nine of Cups, right? It's like you're saying these 9 cups have to be filled with this person's love, this person. You get what I'm saying? Again, yes, exactly, Potter, old cycle. It's the same shit even in this situation, right? It's trapping yourself because you're thinking this Nine of Cups is this person and only this person. Therefore, it's the truth that you need to face, that maybe this Nine of Cups isn't your Nine of Cups. Like maybe this person isn't your Nine of Cups, right? It's just being open-minded. It's not saying that this person isn't your Nine of Cups. It's not saying that this person is your Nine of Cups. It's saying that you're being closed-minded and not seeing what happens after this point on, right? It's kind of like this is the roots under the ground, and everything that's on the other side of this is going to be the future and the new adventure. But as of right now, it's kind of like, okay, this is you facing the truth. You need to face the reality that this is everything that's going on within this connection. So now it's up to you to decide what you're going to do. What kind of, are you going to actually break through that soil and start sprouting? Or are you going to stay in the roots, right? Are you going to stay in the shadows and in the depths and never fully create that breakthrough that's going to lead you to the sun, right? It's going to lead you to that growth, that expansion, that happiness, right? Again, because it's all surrounding the sun, right? Getting to this happiness. Remember, the happiness is on the other side of the soil. You just got to break through, right? The sun is on the other side. So it's like, again, facing that reality that right now, this person leaving you out in the cold, this person leaving you like an option, the questioning whether or not this person is your counterpart, feeling like this person is your wish fulfillment, not knowing if you're going to have this new beginning with them or not when it comes to emotions, and again, just creating this conflicting energy of whether or not, you can depend on this person or not. This is the truth that you need to face. It is the reality of what is behind it, right? It is understanding that this new passionate beginning you deserve, this new passionate beginning, this happiness, like this is off the bottom of the deck, all depends on the next card. This Hierophant in reverse, right? This Hierophant reverse, it's in the very, very, very beginning. Does that make sense? So as long as you're closed-minded, this is what's going to really conflict whether or not you have these new passionate beginnings or not, right? It really conflicts and it creates burdens and problems within this new passionate beginning and happiness, right? All right, you guys, let's see if we can just kind of pull some, some final kind of energy here. And then we will be done with this reading, you guys. I hope this helped you in some way, shape, or form, okay? All right, Spirit. Don't look at it like that, right? Yes, she may have fucked you, but honestly, what did that fucking do? Like, straight up, right? You know, it's like, you know, that the saying in the Bible, you know, God only gives his battles to his strongest soldiers, right? And his strongest warriors. It's like, you're going through the experience for a reason. It's activating you to do something, right? It's activating you again to communicate what you've experienced and help others, right? This mentor energy collectively is for you guys as a collective. It's understanding that that energy is powerful. It's understanding that the shit you go through, the experiences you go through from that player mentality, or even other freaking people, right? It doesn't have to be the player mentality. This can be people close to you that may not even be a player. This person is obviously the player, but you get what I'm saying. It's understanding that those experiences, yes, it's like understanding that you still have those experiences for a reason, right? You're going to help somebody else who may not have the strength that you have, right? Or may not have the outlook that you have or the guidance that you have, right? So it's understanding about being that guru and understanding that you are the spiritual teacher. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see if we can get anything else. Spirit, show me anything else that I need to see, please, or my collective needs to see. Okay. So we have separation. We have the dragonfly. We have the grim reaper, love, and girl with a snake. Okay. So what this is saying is there's clearly some outer influence, you know, ultimately here with the girl with snake, okay? There's always outer influence, you guys. This never goes away. The girl with the snake is always there. The girl with the snake could be your mother. The girl with the snake could be your brother, your auntie, your uncle, your best friend, Joe. Doesn't fucking matter. The person with the snake, this person is always lingering, right? What's that song where he says, there's always a man lurking, right? There's always somebody lurking. That's what this energy is. There's always a hater, okay? There's always a hater. Always remember that. Spirit wants you to know that. But look, this separation, right? This ending that takes place, this death that takes place, this transformation, this rebirth, this cycle, this ending and new beginning creates this energy of being lighthearted and finding things out and coming to light and growing and unconditionally loving yourself, period. Doesn't matter where this relationship goes, whether or not this person comes back or not. The energy is that this experience creates this unconditional love with self, right? It's like this experience is going to help you to fuel you in the next cycle, you know? So it's really about just seeing where this road takes you and seeing where this experience leads you, because you went through this experience for a reason, right? And ultimately it's going to lead you to this unconditional love. It's going to lead you to this energy of really adapting, changing, and healing and helping others. It really is, okay? So with that being said, collective, I love every single one of you guys. I am going to go over the comments. You guys, there's a lot of comments. I appreciate all the love. Let me see what's going on here. Let's see, Powder. I think they're all you on YouTube and then a few over on Facebook. Hey, Amy. Hi, my love. I don't know if you're still on, but hello, hello. Heartbreak soulmate, I feel twin. I don't know. It's hard to say, you know, just, I will tell you that no matter what, you guys, like, just because this tarot reading, you know, I don't ever want to predict your future because I don't want to tell you what decision to make, right? But I do want you to be able to see both decisions. I want you to be able to see both perspectives so that you can make a clear and wise decision, right? It's like, again, I say this a lot. It's like having... No, it's okay. I'll give you another link. We'll do it again. I'll just send you a link, or you just email me and let me know when you're ready, and I'll send you a link. I can create a private link real quick, Amy. Just let me know, my love. I'm gonna go to bed tonight because it's already 10:30 over here. I don't know what time it is over there. 9:30, right? It's a little too late tonight. I got on here and did this reading because I didn't get an email for you. I'm sorry, my love. But yeah, going back to really quick, just the whole energy of, you know, understanding that there's two perspectives to everything, right? You can't just make a choice. You actually, that's just like even with voting for the dang president here in America, right? It's like, yeah, our choices suck. Let's be honest, right? We don't really have a lot of people running that are amazing, not knocking, you know, either of them in case, you know, I'm not trying to defend and, you know, offend anybody here, but it's just that energy of you can't just vote for one. You have to actually look at both, right? And not only just look at both, but you have to really, 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 really dive deep, right? Because what you see on the TV is not the truth. It is not the reality. You constantly have to question fucking everything, literally. So it's the same kind of thing, right? It's looking at these inner conflicts within, individually, both of you guys, your situations, what you're going through, and really looking at the options, right? Looking at what it is that you have in front of you so that you can make a wise decision and actually end things that need to be ended, right? Things that no longer serve you, getting out of this trapped kind of mentality, right? This being closed-minded mentality, right? These tower moments with people who keep hurting you and keep hunting you as a prize instead of as a reward that is long-term and everlasting, right? So, this isn't saying that this isn't a twin flame or isn't a soulmate connection. This is just saying that, you do have tools provided to be able to maneuver through these type of connections with this type of person, okay? So again, you guys, I love you. Stay blessed. Amy, I will email you in the morning. Well, it's hard to say. The only way to really tell if it's a twin flame connection is you, right? You'll know. There's not, it's like, I can't give you that answer. No tarot reading can really give you that answer. It's whether or not you choose to accept that belief or not, right? I like to explain a lot that twin flame connection is a belief just as much as believing in God, right? So if you believe in the twin flame journey and you believe that there is another half of you, right? You're polar opposite. And this person is your polar opposite. That's not saying that this person is or isn't. Again, that's the decision that you have to make. That's only something that you can tell yourself. You'll know on the inside. So yeah, see, it's one of those things, those answers. I can't answer that for you. Just like I know my twin flame, these things as a person, as an individual. And this even goes back to one of the collective readings I did the other day, or maybe it was even this morning. I don't even remember. But it was that energy of, look, if you believe in the twin flame journey, you don't ask everybody else. You don't ask tarot readers. You don't ask psychics. You ask yourself internally, right? The only thing that actually stops intuition and stops belief and stops a lot of that deep understanding is the 3D perspective, is the actual tangible world, right? Is that outer perspective. So once you understand that, it's either you trust and believe in the twin flame process. And when you trust and believe in that twin flame process, you also understand that even if it doesn't happen in this lifetime, it's that eternal love, right? It's that shit that happens after death, right? This tangible world is irrelevant, and the time that it takes to get to that person is irrelevant because time doesn't exist in the divine energy, right? So it's one of those things, you got it. All right, you guys. So this reading took all of the energy out of me. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to give you 2 more readings. I'm going to try to give you guys 2 readings like this a day. We'll see what happens with the response and the energy, you guys. I don't know what's going on with my analytics, but my analytics have been really dry. So I don't really know what you guys are liking and not liking. And I know I've changed it up a lot. So just drop me a comment and let me know what kind of readings you like best. Because of course, this is all for you guys. So y'all let me know, give me your feedback. I love you. Stay blessed. God bless. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Right? Bye.